We're joined by Professor Neil Johnson, who studies the flow of online misinformation. Neil, let's talk about the hashtag RIP Jimmy Fallon. It started as disinformation and has now evolved into some jokes here. Will we be seeing more fake news trending stories under Elon Musk's Twitter?
Yeah, that's a great question because, of course, the internet's full of sarcasm, jokes, and probably this actually started out as a joke because, from what I understand, there were other late night hosts mentioned. I think the big story here is why so many people believed it. And it seems to be this is the sense in which I think things will take a new turn in Twitter, because Twitter's like Main Street. A lot of people are on there who are from the mainstream. So usually when people hear jokes, people are able of distinguishing. But when you have so many people so many others around you that seem to believe it, of course, there's that crowd effect. And Twitter is the great place for crowd effects. So I think we're going to see more kind of jokes and more people kind of pushing the boundaries. The trouble is, if the rest of us start believing everything that we see on Twitter, like we probably did during COVID and hearing stories about possible cures, etc., then we have a problem. I don't think the problem so much is the posting of jokes and the posting of that kind of content, because in the end, as long as it isn't illegal, like hate speech, and as long as it doesn't break the terms of service of the platform, hey, everybody's allowed to post what they want. The problem is the rest of us believing what we see and what we read.
We know Musk fired a number of people in charge of monitoring content on the site. Others just chose to leave. But he also tweeted today that Twitter is like open sourcing the news. Is that true, or is the site going to become more of a platform for fun after the loss of misinformation filtering?
I actually see quite a rosy future for Twitter, because it looks like it's being positioned more as an app that then can be used for payments, for booking things, more like a kind of WeChat. In our lab, we map out the entire landscape of platforms, not just Twitter. I mean, Twitter is just one platform. In Canada, for example, only 15% of people actually use it. Most of them are male. And so it's no surprise that we're going to see those kind of jokes on Twitter, but I certainly don't think Twitter is a place for kind of a lighter version of the news at all. I think we all overestimate how much content moderation is actually done. I mean, there are 5 billion people online, and there are certainly only a few hundred content moderators on each platform. We sort of see Twitter almost like a public service. It isn't. It's a company. If it loses money through its content moderation, and its content moderators are not that effective, in the end, it's entitled to remove those content moderators.
And what should people online look out for now if they do want to seek out information?
So we've just got to get in the mindset that just because something looks like there's 200,000 followers who are also kind of going along with this story, we don't necessarily have to kind of change our inner values of what we think makes sense and what doesn't make sense.
Thank you so much for joining us, Neil.
Thank you so much.